Hello friends, welcome to this lesson on measurement of volume of a liquid using a measuring cylinder. By the end of it, you should be able to describe how to use a measuring cylinder to measure and record volume of liquids. First of all, what is volume? Volume is the amount of space occupied by a body. The body can be made of solid, liquid, or gas. In this video, we are going to focus on liquids. Some common examples of liquids are water, juice, vinegar, and cooking oil. Since a liquid has no fixed shape, we cannot calculate its volume using formulas. But a liquid has a fixed volume. Thus, when a liquid is poured into a vessel, it occupies some space inside the vessel. In fact, volume of liquids can be measured using appropriate measuring instruments such as measuring cylinders, pipettes, burettes, beakers, and so on. As mentioned earlier, we are going to learn how to measure the volume of a liquid using a measuring cylinder. First of all, we need to place our graduated measuring cylinder on a flat and horizontal surface. Graduated means that the cylinder has markings on it from which volume can be read as shown by the yellow arrow. Secondly, the liquid whose volume is to be measured, say colored water, is carefully poured into the cylinder. It is important that the liquid is gently poured to prevent the liquid from spilling out of the cylinder. Let us take a closer look at the graduated cylinder. We notice that the large hash marks on the side of the cylinder are marked out in units of 1 centimeter cube. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. To figure out the volume of the liquid in our cylinder, our next step will be to put our eye at the level of the surface of the liquid. We notice that at the surface, the water level is not straight. In fact, the liquid surface curves downward. This curved surface formed by a liquid is called a meniscus. The meniscus curves downward. If you have trouble seeing the meniscus, try holding a black card against the opposite side of the cylinder at the same height as the water. The volume of liquid is obtained by direct reading at the center of the meniscus. For this one, the value at the lower meniscus is 7.6. Hence, the volume of the colored water in the cylinder is 7.6 centimeter cube. Similarly, the volume of most liquids can be obtained by reading the lower meniscus. However, for the volume of mercury, which is a liquid metal at room temperature, we have to read the center of the upper meniscus, since the meniscus of mercury curves upward. Here is a question for you. What is the volume of liquid shown in the measuring cylinder? So, we can see the large hash marks go as 5, 10, 15, 20 and up. And the volume between two large hash marks is 5 centimeter cube. This 5 centimeter cube is subdivided into 10 divisions, such that one division equals to 0.5 centimeter cube. So it goes as 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5, 12, 12.5, 13, and 13.5. Hence, the volume of liquid shown in this measuring cylinder is 13.5. Here is a second question for you. Why should we place the cylinder on a flat and horizontal surface? In fact, the surface has to be flat so that the measuring cylinder is stable during measurement. The surface has also to be horizontal so that the center of the meniscus coincides with the marking of the measuring cylinder such that we can read off the volume. Other precautions to be taken are, firstly, the scale should face the observer so that the latter can easily read off the volume. Secondly, the line of sight of the observer should be perpendicular to the scale and level with the meniscus to avoid parallax error. Try this one out. Which one of these 4 measuring cylinders is most appropriate to measure 6 centimeter cube of oil? The 10 centimeter cube, 25 centimeter cube, 50 centimeter cube, or 100 centimeter cube measuring cylinder? If you add 6 centimeter cube of oil in each cylinder, in which cylinder will the oil rise highest? The oil level in the 10 centimeter cube cylinder will rise the highest. Hence, it is easier to record the reading in the 10 centimeter cube cylinder. So, the 10 centimeter cube measuring cylinder is most suitable to measure 6 centimeter cube of oil. Before ending this video, let us recap what we have learned. Since a liquid has no fixed shape but has a fixed volume, the volume of a liquid can be measured using a measuring cylinder. And to do this, firstly, the measuring cylinder is placed on a flat and horizontal surface. The liquid is then gently poured into the cylinder to avoid splashing. Lastly, the volume of the liquid is read directly from the scale. Do you still remember the other two precautions? Yes. Firstly, the observer's eye should face the scale. And secondly, the observer's eye should be positioned level with the center of the meniscus. This will avoid parallax error during reading. We have come to the end of today's lesson. I hope that you have liked it. See you next time for another lesson. Goodbye.